Welcome to the Good Talk, our recap and Q&A show where we go over the game we just played and answer your questions. And we played a really cool Xenos on Xenos game. It was the Genestealer cults against the Orks, and they're like, you know, evil sons, and you were playing really kind of a speed freaky Genestealer cults, like lots of ridge runners and bikes and things like that. And it was a really cool game. I don't think we've done this matchup ever before. And they're both armies that are kind of lower in the power curve. Yeah. So we were trying to find a way to match them up against each other. And it was a really, really tight game back and forth the whole time with just a few little turning points that mattered a whole lot.
It was a really great game. And this is one of my favorite types of games to play.
Yeah.
Where, they're not powerful armies right now, but they're both bad in the same way. And so they can be a really interesting, cool matchup. It was a lot of back and forth the whole time. There were some huge upsets, right?
That's true.
My favorite was the moment that you were able to kill the Goliath truck to the last wound, barely, after I had used all my rerolls, after you had used all your rerolls, and then so you cracked it open and were able to put in all your attacks into the Acolytes. That was truly for me the turning point of the game.
Yeah,
right there.
you know, most games of Warhammer, you're battling for either side, and then a side will collapse, right? And then that'll be really important. It was clear that I was going to have the upper hand on, you know, the left side, the kind of my left side of the board. But the right side of the board, it looked like you might be able to take it back. And if you did, you could not only take it back, but maybe even push forward into my deployment because I had nothing there.
Exactly.
And you had an Acolyte squad with a bunch of 4 saws in it.
Right.
In a truck, or in a Goliath, truck. And I have no tank killing in my army whatsoever. And if I did not kill this unit inside, they were going to wipe everything.
Everything. Yeah, 100%.
Right?
And the thing is, like, you know, you might say, okay, he has the biggest boss with the Killer Claw. Of course he can kill it, but he has to kill it in melee, which leaves them untouched to just return.
Come out, even kill the boss, right?
Sure, yeah.
Wipe the boss, wipe the bikers, and then I have nothing on that side, and that unit you own that side of the board forever, and then you could put all your effort on the other side, and I would have lost.
Exactly.
Right? It might have been a narrow loss, but I would have lost, like, pretty definitively.
Yeah.
But just that last big shooter shot from that one, one copter that could see, and it just got that last wound, and it just died. It was so tense.
It was so good. And that was one flank. The defining moment on the other flank was when you did actually it's a classic move. It's tougher to do in 9th edition, but you were able to fully wrap and not kill my other Goliath truck.
That's right.
And it was important because you didn't kill it, but you did degrade it. So there was no way for me to even get enough movement to do Desperate Breakout and get out. And so that meant those boys were able to just dig in, get stuck in. I couldn't double up I lost a whole round of mortar shooting into them. And so that was like another big swing where I wanted the one truck to live and I wanted the other one to die. And
I'm realizing actually you still could have used Desperate Breakout. The truck would have just instant died.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
It's not something that we normally think about.
Yeah.
And but I guess you could have still done it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
It was still tough to dig out those boys, you know. And that was actually something that's really cool. Like, boys are not super tough.
No.
But they're tough against, like, piddling fire because they have the invuln, they have the Feel the Pain, the RT4.
And it's just so many bodies.
It's just so many bodies. And that was, at that point, what I had left to work with, right? You know, see Exhibit A, where both these armies are not very good, right?
Yeah.
I had kind of run out of those resources that I needed.
And then in the late stages of the game, I was able to actually pick up a lot of points just with that biker boss because he's so lethal.
Yes.
Right? He went and killed 2 Ridge Runners in one go.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That never happens. I can almost always count on one of them like limping away and I get a chance to respond.
And he's fast, right? And then he was able to dig in deep into your army and kill your Patriarch as well, which is it was an 8-point
it was huge.
Single kill, 8-point single kill.
Yeah.
And so he was clutch, giving out the rerolls or the advance in charge and giving out the ability to just kill anything.
Yeah.
He's always a star.
He continues to be a star.
Like if they didn't upgrade him at all in the new codex, he'd still be amazing.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Am I not wrong in assuming he would be your MVP for this game?
That's a good question. I think definitively he always is an MVP because he always feels like he could solve any problem.
Yeah.
You just wish you had him in more places to solve all your problems.
That's right.
But yeah, he could solve any problem, and he was really great. I really didn't. I did like the knobs on a bike a lot better than I did before because they had enough attacks, they had the strength to get the job done. Next time I'll try them with some big choppas or something like that.
I feel like it.
And I think that might be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I think definitely he was the best.
He was for
What
sure
about for you?
I mean, nothing was amazing. I have like my usual suspects. Like the trucks were great, genuinely. The fact that it relied so much on you doing interactions with the trucks. Like
Yeah.
that's what decided the game, right? And so I think I'm going to give it to the trucks.
The
in this
trucks are
game,
big.
Honestly, they're a big deal. So yeah, they were great. The neophytes, like, I don't hate them, but the problem is the rest of the army is just not efficient enough.
If they were acolytes.
If they were acolytes, yeah.
If you had like half the number of acolytes,
yeah.
it would still be better.
Acolytes is just the way to go. Like, this was, I wanted to try something different. The neophytes used to be good, I think, but just, more acolytes is more better,
I thoroughly agree. If acolytes is a thing I fear because even in 9th edition, acolytes are actually good.
Yeah.
They'll kill anything. The problem is that they'll die in return, right? So
Right.
they're like a one-shot tool.
Totally.
And but a one-shot tool, if you have enough of them, is still really a problem.
Exactly, and that's how this edition is played, and that's a style I really like. And that was one of the things that stopped me this game was like, cool, I have my neophytes. But like, what
You
are they
tried
gonna
to
do?
use them like acolytes and it just didn't work.
They couldn't do it. Yeah, that was like a desperate measure. Like I have to throw them in. So yeah. One thing I want to play with a bit more in the future is really building around while we stand. In this game it was kind of
Or
an
like
accident.
intentionally picking.
Yeah, like Patriarch is good, and you can really do some funky stuff with it, which is really interesting. So.
Because normally you wouldn't want the Ridge Runners because they want to be shooting and they're so easy to kill with shooting.
In this game,
right?
they were quite tough.
They
but
were.
Against normal like armies with actual like any shooting at all.
There was that one turn where you underestimated how fast it could come up and around.
Yes.
And that definitely, they got into the heart of your army, and that's why speed matters.
Yeah. It's
Speed
everything.
matters is a big deal.
The
So
game is won by and lost by movement, right?
yeah, ultimately it was a really great game.
It was great.
It's great to see. This is the first win for the Orks.
Oh dang!
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
And it's the first time they weren't even embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like they lost in an embarrassing fashion,
It's
I
so
think, in
true.
their other games. So that's good for them.
It's
Yay.
really cool.
Yay, Evil Sons.
Yay, Evil Sons!
It's nice, like if you spend all this time, you make an army,
Yeah.
and it's never won a game ever.
I know.
It's a sad place to be.
I felt pretty bad, so I'm glad that they could have a good game and show stuff and do well.
But it's not like we didn't feed them this win. It was like could have really.
Oh, yeah.
If
No.
I didn't kill that tank by one wound, it would have went the other way.
Yeah,
So it
exactly.
was actually a really tight game.
so true.
That's great. So let's go to the Q&A.
Let's be joined by our gracious host.
Bridger and
What
the
up?
Golden Throne. What's up?
What's up?
What up? All right, so Rowdy, this is our first Q&A for today. It was reserved, but it says save for Thursday, and that's a long time from now, and I'm not sure you meant that.
We don't have that level of organization here. I don't even think that's possible. So
So-
here's what we could do. We'll answer it now. You watch it on Thursday.
Touche, Brian. So thank you, Rowdy. Brian's Ultramarine army was quite vibrant.
Yeah, that's true.
I see. Okay, hold on. Let me step back. It says save for Q&A on Thursday, but on Thursday is the first part of the message.
Okay.
I see.
Okay, so
You wanna
on
save?
Thursday,
Alright.
Brian's Ultramarine army was quite vibrant.
Yeah. Okay.
It was.
Bridger should answer back with a more vibrant Ultramarine army painted in Baja Blast blue. Also, the vehicles should look like Taco Bell food trucks.
Baja Blast blue
Yes.
is the Emperor's Spears. They're really bright blue,
That's
Yeah.
pretty dang close.
right?
That's Vallejo Blue Green.
It is also Vallejo Blue Green, basically, which luckily is today's sponsor.
Today is sponsored by.
Not really. You're gonna have to give us money first, Vallejo.
Well, no, they won't, because we mention it every show.
I know. But we're not sponsored by you, so.
Joke's on you.
Hashtag not sponsored. All right, the other one, thank you, Maxwell. Happy birthday to me tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Do 2 units of Outriders give a triple Redemptor Dread Fists list enough mobility, or should I use Inceptors? And
No,
what type?
I think they're better for that role. If you're looking for mobility, I think Outriders are better for
They're
that.
excellent.
They're going to get you that engage easily. The Inceptors, one, you have to roll a good advance on the first turn to get it.
Because they only move 10, where the bikers move 20.
Yeah, exactly. So
difference.
it's great, and 2 is a good number. We like 2 as like the utility for these kinds of lists.
There's a funny thing. The Outriders are also surprisingly like mega durable, and so you can't just throw anything at them.
No.
You actually have to put effort into killing them, and that means they might just stay on the point, and you might just pick up like some cheeky primary early on.
Yeah.
And if they commit to it early, now you've wrecked them,
Right.
their unit. So I think the Outriders are the way to go.
They're great.
Alrighty, thank you, Sam. I love my Harleys, but with the new Dark Elder Codex, I struggle to see why to take them over just taking Drukhari. They do such similar things, and
Yeah.
Drukhari just seem to do them better. Convince me on the Harlequins.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's convince them on the
That's a good
Harlequins.
challenge.
If you like painting motley,
No,
It's true.
it's a unique aesthetic. Certainly the Harlequins have a unique aesthetic, but I'm going to name a few things that I'm always more afraid of with the Harlequins.
Yeah.
One, the flip belts are no joke. They're very, very useful. Their ability to move around the board very quickly is a huge utility, and charge over screens, things like that. That's one of the weaknesses of the Drukhari right now, or one of the things you could do to play around them a teeny bit.
Totally.
Another thing I will say is, at the end of the day, the Drukhari can't take a punch in shooting. That army will get dropped in shooting instantly, whereas the Harlequins can surprisingly tank massive shooting phases.
Yeah.
Right? And you do have to work for it, but they can really, they're one of the best anti-shooting armies I could think of.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest assets compared to the Dark Eldar is they are genuinely tougher, especially in shooting, but also in melee. And so you can do things that you can't really do with Drukhari. You can like get up on a point, push a flank, definitively hold it, then continue to go deeper, whereas the Drukhari are like, like go. They're all gonna die. You're gonna do your thing, but who cares? And the other thing is like you have some other interesting, unique plays. Things like the fusion boats are. There's nothing that compares to that in the Drukhari book, and so it's a different, interesting play style that's still very valuable. Everyone fears Melta right now. It's kind of like the weapon of the game right now, and so I think that's really cool and interesting to play with.
I fear Dark Lances.
Yeah, Dark Lances are so much worse.
They're pretty spooky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
3
can
plus D3 at range with rerolls, and the Harlequins don't get the rerolls, and they have to be so close, and it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a triple Dark Lance Ravager.
it's
a nightmare.
It's a menace.
Yeah, but that's a lot more points too. You know?
Then a full
Is it
fusion
then a
boat?
fusion boat?
Fusion boats are
No,
expensive.
fusion boat's way more expensive.
And you have to be like right next to them.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm trying to do an argument for
No, but-
Harlequins.
Psychic. Harlequins have psychic, Drukhari don't.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have to take the Soul Helm is your only option, and then you have to take that. And if you're taking that, then you're either having to take 2 Archons or you're not taking the Jin Blade, which is like missing out. You know.
Yeah, and so we're defending the Harlequins, but ultimately we do agree with you that the Drukhari do that playstyle better with more utility.
For now.
Yeah, for now. I think the Harlequins will get their day.
Alrighty, thanks Lex a lot. Hey guys, love the channel. New studio looks great.
Thanks.
Can you play Tyranids competitively without using hordes of Gaunts?
Yeah. Well, define hordes, right? Like
What do you think is the minimum number you'd put in an army?
60.
That's a horde.
That's a horde.
Dang it.
So
You could maybe do it with 40.
yeah,
So funny enough.
that's like now you're tying a bit of a hand behind
I
your back,
know. So, the list that everyone's talking about is John Lennon's list, which only has about 40, maybe 50.
Sure.
Which, funny enough, I'm going to play next week on stream.
Are you? Nice.
I just borrowed from Mick, and he had everything,
right,
the 2
right.
diamonds and everything. So I was like, I'm going to take 2 Dimecrons just for Brian right here.
Oh, I'm excited
We
to
love
see
those
it.
models. Anyway, so it's
I'm
like,
excited to kill them.
it's the border of hordes, right? Because yes, he has like a 30 blob Devil Gaunt. He has a few other things, but it's not like based around the hordes. That's not the main focus of the army. So, anyways, but without the hordes, I don't know. It's really tough. It's really
So
tough.
tell me, what is this list you're playing next week? And this is like about as strong as you think it gets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty
Okay.
much.
So what's in this
So
list?
it's got a battalion and a patrol.
Okay.
The patrol is your Chronos stuff. So it's got an Exocrine. It's got a 6-man Hive Guard unit. It's got the Neurothrope.
Naturally.
and it's
So that's
got
all
the
great.
Troops. Yep. The other one is Kraken.
Right.
It's the 2 Dimacrons. It's got a 30 blob of Devil Gaunts.
Okay, nice.
Which got cheaper with the recent points.
Yeah, they
You
did.
can- you
Devil
can-
Gaunts are scary.
They're great. You can advance and shoot them, deep strike, stuff like that. It's got a Winged Hive Tyrant, which is an interesting kind of
Okay,
tech.
sure. Well, we've seen how durable it is.
Yeah, and it's souped up for basically all the casts and all that
Yeah.
good stuff. And then
It's got like the resonance barb and stuff like that. Or something?
Yep, and it has a
Good.
few Hormigaunt squads, which I was reading up on and listening to a few kind of people discussing it. I'm actually sold on some Devil Gaunts, and you know why? Because they move 8 inches base. That's your Scrambler's first
Right.
turn. That's your Banner's first turn without having to do any shenanigans. So you pay a bit more than the Termagaunts, Termagaunts.
Yeah.
But they're actually quite interesting. So I might be forgetting 1 or 2 things in there, but that's generally the list. It's pretty balanced. Plays all
That's pretty
fields.
cool. Really great shooting. Couple really hard heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Some amazing psychic. Great stratagems. Lots of obsec. It's fast. Lots of double movement.
It's a good army.
I'm into
It
it.
sounds like a good army. We haven't decided what we're playing against it yet, have we?
I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah.
It sounds like a cool matchup
have to
with
see.
anything, though.
Yeah.
We're excited for that.
That's some thoughts on Nids.
Alrighty, thank you, Nevin. New idea. One of the missing Primarchs has been infected by the Hive Mind, which is the Supreme Commander of the GSC. What is their premier rule?
So this is like a Kerrigan.
This is Kerrigan, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a
We're creating a Primarch Kerrigan.
This is one of the lost Primarchs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what's their rule? Is the question?
that's, well, like, what would you,
What's their
yeah, how would you do it?
They're the only female Primarch, and they have these really long dreadlocks that actually. Oh wait, what?
So they used to be like a sniper,
Yeah.
but also a psyker, and everybody hated that.
Yeah.
So we shunned them, and they joined the hive mind.
Yeah. This is a really good story. Wow.
No, what would it actually be?
No, that's honestly a great story. Like, they should
that's just,
do
That's
that.
just memeing. Like,
So
no,
I would Genestealer cult it up a little bit. Like it, I would make it look like a Primarch that like grew the extra arms and started to like Tyrannid out, but it's still more. It's like almost more of a Genestealer cult model.
you know that Pokemon Machamp?
Yeah,
Like that.
Yes.
And
With
they're like, that's humanish.
always shirtless, just ripped, just like a jacked, always
naturally.
flexing Primarch with forearms.
Well, here's the thing too.
and with
like,
wings.
with wings, naturally.
Yeah, I think wings is cool.
Wings are cool.
There's not enough Primarchs
No.
with wings.
There's literally only one heretic one.
Yeah, so that's why we need to see some wings.
But like,
Genestealers don't
there's
have
too
wings.
many appendages.
But Tyrannids do, and this is a Tyrannid model.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you can fit forearms and wings.
Oh wait, so this is after
You're just
they're-
not being inventive.
This
On
is
an
like when they
upright
return
model.
and they're fully whatever.
Yeah.
transformed. Okay. But
Yeah.
maybe not when they were born.
No, not when they were born. I'm saying they've been Tyrannided up.
Okay. I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Well, but the other interesting thing you could do is like all the Primarchs land on a certain planet, and that sort of just determines how they're gonna like grow up, what their influences, things like that. So you could
So
see
they
them.
landed on a Tyrannid planet.
You could say that, but again, that would be a meme.
Badly.
The real answer would
So
be.
you're like, boom, you come out and it's like, brothers? And there's like, you're like, oh no.
Be like, okay, no, you would land on some other planet that has a Genestealer cult there, or it's already kind of been influenced and they don't even know this whole thing.
So it becomes like the patriarch.
Yeah, kind of like the patriarch. So I don't know, it could be cool.
That could be cool. I think you could do a lot of fun stuff with it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you, Joseph. Hey Titans, can you shout out my brother Andy for joining the premium?
What up, Andy?
What up,
Thanks
Andy?
for joining.
Welcome.
Hashtag your Ultramarines are going down. I think that's directed
That's
at
right,
Andy.
Andy. You're going down, son.
Listen, as a fellow Ultramarines player, I will march for McCrag. And I
Defend
believe in the
Andy's
Ultramarines.
honor.
Yeah.
I was like, give him a shout out, and also talk smack about him. Yeah.
That's a good relationship, though.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
It's a bit of both.
Thank you, Nathan. Hey guys, super excited for Mr. Belacroix, assuming he'll be in the next Warzone book. So, what are you hoping for his rules and an undivided demon army?
One thing I think we all want is
His rules are crazy. Am I wrong?
they're a little wild, yeah.
It like feels like too much.
We said that about Mortarion, and it was
It turned out to be fine.
It was fine by the next release, but like, is
Yeah.
that how we want to do
Wait
everything
until-
forever?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually think that's fun. Have it terrorize for like a month. That's kind of cool.
It's fine until we start playing in tournaments, and then we're like, that's not fine anymore.
Yeah.
You're just constantly in pain from a different thing.
I'm excited for that model.
I cannot wait for that model.
Yeah.
I want a list that has all 4 Greater Exalted Demons and him.
Okay.
That'd be
That
cool.
would be a dope list.
I think it'd be
I would
fun.
play an army
Like
like,
he's
that.
got to be the Supreme Commander for the demons.
I should hope so.
Yeah, like that'll be so sick.
Ooh.
And he gives
Saucy.
buffs to like different kinds or something maybe. Like all of them.
So
or...
much cool stuff coming out.
Like they made
You know what?
Marks
Curse City
Matter.
just came out today. So excited for that too.
That's right.
It's gonna be great. So okay, what do we think about the army? Demons army? Is that what it's asking?
No, I'm saying the Demons Army.
No, I like
Yeah,
the question.
his rules and undivided demons army.
What do you
they
think
did
in
say about
undivided demons?
Yes, I really, really hope that he is sort of their introduction to this concept. What you would do.
Like a
didn't
mixed demon.
They didn't do it terribly in the current edition in the sense that like you can run each detachment because before, remember, there were no different detachments really as far as like unlocking different abilities, and so that was like an interesting start. But here's one problem: there's 4 gods, you get 3 detachments,
And you pay CP for detachments.
and you pay CP for.
So they
detachments.
need to do the Drukhari thing.
They need to do the Drukhari
They
thing.
need to do it in both ways. They need to do it so that you could take multiple detachments without a cost, or that you can the real space raid, and as long as you have all of them,
That'd be great.
they can be in one group.
Yeah. Very cool.
They really better do that.
That'd be so cool.
I think we know some people. We'll
Make a
message
call.
with. Yeah, I think that's a good enough idea that you have to make sure they don't forget.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thanks, Horrid Jakers. Hey Titans, thanks for answering my Drukhari question. Thinking of getting Piety and Pain. Would Sisters of Battle be a fun third army for Blood Angels and Drukhari?
Yeah.
I think it would be. It's very unique.
They're a very cool army.
It's a great collection, great
So
models.
Very-
And if you're getting Pain and Piety, or Piety and Pain, whatever, it's it's great models to start with.
yeah, it's a really great collection.
Cool. Thank you, Chad on Fire.
All right.
Thanks, Titans. Also attending my first GT soon, and we'll be playing Soaring Spite Harlequins.
Ooh.
Any tips or unknown tricks when playing mass transport lists? Congrats on the new studio.
Thank you.
That's a good question. We haven't played too much Soaring Spite.
No.
And the game that we did play, I wouldn't recommend watching.
Was that against
That was the Magnus game.
or a Mortarian game?
Or
Mortarian.
Morgan's game.
That
I
was the
like,
debut of Mortarian.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
you can
should
watch it if you like Death Guard.
I feel like you should watch it because it
true.
shows what not to do.
with Mortarian and all these
sorry.
things. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just like, is this how you deal with Mortarian? Nope.
I'm glad we tried it though.
Yeah.
It was an epic moment.
No, it's cool.
Because we were both nervous until you started rolling.
I know.
Like we were both like, it could happen. Oh my god! And then you did like one wound or something, and then we were like, oh no, oh no.
And then I did play them as half an army when we did it was mixed Eldar, Soaring Spite, Eldar versus the Custodes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the Soaring Spite actually did work.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was only half my army.
Yeah, the craft rolled side got wrecked.
Yeah. So, I mean, things to keep an eye out for is obviously make sure that you're in a position so that if they pop your transports, when they drop your
You're getting out in a good spot.
Exactly.
Like
That's gonna
behind a
happen.
wall or something, or behind obscuring in terrain.
Yeah, definitely. When you get to the table, walk around. Make sure it's set up properly because it's something that terrain gets bumped, moved. Make sure that it's set up the way it's supposed to be. And
Just because you're fast doesn't mean you should go right next to your opponent all the time.
you don't always have to go fast.
Yeah, the army is really fragile, and you have very expensive assets, and you need to like 2 for 1 each of those. Like
Yeah.
you need to make sure you're getting value out, right?
That's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Alrighty. Thank you, Kale, I think.
Cool.
Or Kaylee.
Okay,
Also possible.
they're both good.
Hey Titans, I've been thinking about trying a triple patrol of GSC, Astra Militarum, and Tyranids. Thoughts and what kind of units would you run?
Oh.
You tried this briefly.
No, I
No,
didn't
we've
try
never done
this
it.
version.
Yeah.
Because the Tyranids bring a lot. The Astra Militarum not so much. Honestly, I didn't love it. I did it GSC and I did detachment of Militarum, which I didn't love. But if I was going to take anything from that detachment, it would just be a Wyvern or so.
Yeah.
That's like the one interesting thing to me.
Manticore's pretty
Well,
good.
actually, the Guardsmen are cheaper now. Actually, I take it back. Maybe that's why they did that. Because remember, so Brood Brothers went up a point in the book,
Oh, okay.
but no, they went up in the same. Anyways, so
Yeah.
yeah, the Wyvern is an interesting thing. The DACA from the NIDS, I think is interesting.
Yep.
A Hive Guard unit, a Nexocrine, a Neurothrope. You
Yeah,
know the
that
deal.
Chronos detachment that we just talked about.
And then the GSC would just be like Acolytes and
Acolytes.
Trucks. All Acolytes, man.
Acolytes, yeah.
I think that'd be cool, actually.
I think it'd be cool too.
Yeah.
We should try it someday.
Alrighty, thanks, Casey. Is there anything in Tau lore that currently is not represented on the table that might help the faction in 9th, specifically abilities and war gear?
There's a lot.
There's so much.
So they have all the auxiliaries that they don't really take out enough. Like Kroot is an entire race unto itself, right? And so they don't have enough of the Kroot, enough of the auxiliaries. The Galvesa, the like human detachments auxiliaries, that's a big part of the stories as well. And there's so much they could have done there, but
Yeah.
they have not done there. There's a lot more experimental weaponry that they talk about that doesn't make its way always to the table, although sometimes it's in like stratagems or relics and things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Also, the army fights in close combat better in the stories than they do.
Let's just say it fights in combat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They like have some martial prowess, you know?
Yeah.
they think they do.
Exactly. They think
They
do.
certainly have the perception that they are warriors.
That's true. Yeah, it's like we've bred this fire caste to be the strongest, biggest
Yeah.
of our
Yeah.
kind, and then they're just nothing. One of the funny things that should happen more often in sci-fi is like, okay, you got this story and you're focused on like imagine these aliens on this planet and they're the strongest, they're in power armor and whatever, and then they come to fight. But then they don't realize that they're only 6 inches tall.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And they
That's
think
so
they're the
Rick
strongest.
and
And, they're like,
Morty.
"Boop, boop, boop, boop."
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
there's like a real space marine. It's just
That is so Rick and Morty.
yeah, it's a very Rick and Morty, right? And
so
so I feel like that kind of thing would happen more often,
Yeah, yeah.
right? They'd be like the size of like a mouse or something,
Right.
Yeah.
and they would be like have tanks and everything, but it's
That's
just nothing,
amazing.
right? It should happen more often, and that's almost how like the Fire Wars are the biggest of the Tau, and
Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
so tough
In
and
their
then,
own world.
and then
yeah.
they're just nothing, Yeah.
Thank you, Radigar. What do you think of this shooty Mephrit list? Catacomb Command Barge, 4 Thralls, 2 Chronomancer, Techno, 30 Gauss Immortals, 17 Scarabs, 5 Gauss Tombblades, 3 T-Arcs.
Triarch.
Triarch. No?
Okay, Triarch Stalkers.
No, it's T-Arc, like Ghost Arc.
Okay.
But
Tesseract.
Arc
Orks.
is the
Those are the
Forge
Forge
World
World
thing.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, with gals.
It's a lot of different units.
Right?
Definitely some DACA there.
There are 0 warriors in this list.
I know, that was the thing that struck me. It's all immortals with the Goss. So you're doubling down on getting that extra AP.
AP?
Isn't it -2?
It's the same AP but longer range.
Okay.
And
okay.
it's one
fire.
more toughness. So yeah,
And it's rapid fire.
it is.
And one more armor.
I don't know that that's a great thing.
You can use strats on it finally.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's not the strongest way to play.
I don't think so because of the Warriors, unfortunately.
So,
The
yeah,
Warriors
there's
are
no.
so-
How do you
so
hold
solid.
objectives?
Yeah.
Do you have 3 squads of immortals that you can throw out, and
That's right. It's going to struggle to play the primary
2
mission.
or 3 squads of
You have a lot of DACA,
It's
which
very killy.
but the truth is a lot of a lot of Necrons have a lot of DACA, right?
Yeah.
So
That's true.
that's not a thing you have trouble getting. Like it's Warriors give you DACA.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
This is an 8th edition way to play Necrons. You're trying to table your opponent with shooting,
Sure.
and that's not a great way to play 9th.
Well, and a lot of things have really good saves and lots of wounds, and they're in
-1
transports, and
damage.
there's obscuring and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a tough thing to do.
And yeah. So
Yep.
I would try to get
Even
Warriors.
one Warrior blob.
That's usually how a lot of armies will play one Warrior blob and then a couple mortal units.
Yeah, and even exactly. If you want to run the
Yeah.
mortals, you have at least one pair, right?
Yeah.
Like one.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you, Horrid Jakers. Another super chat because I'm loving this content.
Yeah.
I've heard
Thanks.
people compare Sister of Battle to pre-Primaris Marines. Is there any truth to this?
Pre-Primaris Marines, like they're like
They
their power
are
armor,
1 wound, 3 up, but like
they're way better in almost every way.
that's where the comparison ends because they're way cheaper. Their guns are amazing. Like they have miracle dice,
better
which are insane.
stratagems, miracle dice. They have auras that give them ignoring AP or
Yeah.
more attacks, or all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, they just they shave off all the nonsense. Like you could make that argument, but it's like, yeah, what if you didn't have the strength that you don't need, and you don't have this thing that you don't need, but this like specialized thing is even
Yeah.
better. Like plus you have the extra durability. So I think it's not doing them justice. Also, the playstyle is totally different. You know,
I
their
agree.
playstyle is much closer to like the new Drukhari and things like that. That's what struck
Exactly.
me about playing the Drukhari. I was like, this is like playing Sisters. you know?
Yeah, exactly. I think the Sisters and the Drukhari are actually really similar. You're
They are,
right.
right?
The Sisters just have more shooting, and the Sisters have more reliability in a way.
Yeah.
And they can take a bit more of a punch.
Yeah.
But they're also more expensive.
Yeah.
And so it's like some interesting
Which is
trade-offs.
cool. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for the support.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Damn it. I'm sadly at work this weekend, so I'm unable to watch live, but Orks.
Yeah.
Boys!
Glory
Them boys.
to the mighty Wa.
Well, they made it. They made good today.
Yeah.
The boys got crumpin'.
They did it.
It's my first orc win ever.
I'm proud of you, son.
My third orc game ever. So not bad, but
Pretty good.
it's not bad.
Thank you, Tom. In honor of Renown Gate, are there any pronunciations in 40K that trigger you? Personally, I can't stand Invuns, Custodes, and Black Templars.
Templars.
Invuns. That's not
I'll bet that's a Midwestern
Yeah,
thing.
I'm pretty sure he's just in a place in the world where that's normal.
Or like
I
Appalachian?
loved, you and I both loved saying custodes.
we did.
It was like a thing we liked saying.
We did, yeah.
So that's not like, we know it's wrong, but we liked it. So we just did it.
Yeah.
I would just call them custards at that
Yeah,
point.
custards. No, we like the custodes.
I like pronouncing things in funny ways,
Yeah,
but intentionally.
it's just for us, and then everyone else is watching. It's like we're talking to each other,
Yeah.
but it just so happens there's a camera.
And they're all like, ah, curse you!
What kind of pronunciations? Remember when I used to say Scorpec?
Yeah.
Sorpek.
No, you would also
Scorpec.
no Scorptech.
Scorptech.
Scorp-
Yeah, that's what I used to say, Scorptech.
Yeah, I was like, you're just
Which
adding
actually
letters.
is a cool name for
Yeah.
them.
You also
Oh,
do this thing where you
corpse?
call what?
Corpse, Death Corpse,
Corpse,
and
Oh
Creed.
yeah.
That tilts a lot of people.
Yeah, that tells a lot of
Also,
people.
when you call blasters meltas, that makes me upset. I don't know why. You're like, these are
It's not a
meltas.
pronunciation.
I know. I was like, wow, you know better. You should know better.
I often don't know better. I assume they must have the melter rule.
Yeah.
They have the whole profile just worse in every way.
Right. But no, I'm very forgiving on the pronunciation.
Oh.
At the end of the day.
All right, thanks, Robert. So wait, if not you guys, who would you make mud wrestle for the Tesseract Bridger Vault?
Bridger Vault. I'm still down in mud wrestle. I just want to fight someone.
You know, I actually forget the mud wrestle. Let's have Bridger have to it's almost like Mud Wrestle himself, but it's like a bunch of mud on like a slip and slide,
Yeah.
and he has to run to the end at full speed to get it without falling off.
We have like a pyramid of slip
Yeah.
and slide,
Oh.
and the Tesseract falls
Oh
on the top.
no!
And if
Oh,
it breaks,
no.
Yeah.
he has to play it that way. or
That's
something.
right. That's right.
What was that that obstacle course TV show with
The
water?
Ninja Warrior?
No,
Or
with water.
No,
Oh yeah. I don't know, some
it was
wipeout or
like-
something.
Wipeout. Yeah. yeah.
Wipeout.
That's
right.
basically you described
It's
Wipeout.
Wipeout with Bridger. I like
Yeah.
how why is Bridger doing the thing even though it's definitely one of us playing this, right?
Yeah, but I got to pick, so I picked Bridger.
okay.
I think that's what people want, anyways.
That makes sense.
You
That's
know,
what they're
give the
here
people
for.
what they want.
Yeah, it might be members only video though.
Yeah.
Members only. Members only.
Thank you, Tobias. Greetings from Germany. Do you guys think that Mega Armored Orks should ignore the -1 modifier of Power Claws compared to the non-Mega Armored?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
What? Of course. Should they be hitting on 4s with nothing boosting them when they're 1,000,000 points and they're worse than Terminators in every way?
Oh God.
The answer is yes.
There's so many things. They should be hitting on 2s, but you know.
If their mega armor isn't at least going to give them T5 and like
Or an
extra
invuln save.
or an extra wound,
Oh my
or
God.
like ignore a rend or something, if it's not going to give them that, it at least needs to give them the strength to carry a claw.
Yeah, there's literal pistons.
Strange.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
So silly.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Thank you, Super Edie. Would you guys say the official TTT purple is more of a Xerius purple or Genestealer purple? Asking for a friend.
Oh.
It is very Genestealer. Look at this book right there.
It's definitely Genestealer purple. It's not Xerius purple. This is a little glossy, but yeah, it's totally.
I think it's
Genestealer purple.
I think it matches that pretty well.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Hello, love the content.
Hello.
I'm working on a non-Primaris Deathwing Ravenwing army.
Nice.
What HQs do you suggest?
Oh.
Deathwing, Ravenwing. There's lots of good HQs.
So many good.
Unfortunately, there's like too many good HQs.
We love Azrael.
Yeah, Azrael's rad.
Yeah, but you could also equally do. I'll be honest. We don't love Belial.
No, Belial's not amazing.
We would do a custom captain in Terminator armor.
Sure.
That's dope.
That's fun.
And then of course Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, we really like Ezekiel.
Amazing.
Talonmaster's good.
Talonmaster's good.
We like the
He's the HQ. Yeah.
normal librarians are great. Like, you could grab any normal librarian.
Yeah, I like them with jump pack if it's going to be not a named character.
You're right. If you're getting to pick, take the jump pack because it's faster and the spells are kind of shortish range.
Yeah.
Like 18-ish.
The good thing is, like, let's be honest, these are the best HQs that you can get.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
The HQs we just named, all of them,
Yeah.
are like amongst the best in the entire game of 40K right now. All of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're spoiled for choice
Yeah.
with that faction.
Thank you, Brett. Have any of you entered in a competition painting, or has Israel entered any of his stuff to your knowledge? He has, right?
Of course.
Yeah, for sure. My army has won several of my armies have won competitions.
Yeah.
I haven't entered Israel's army because I only just got it, but armies that I had done by Colin Ward have won.
Yeah.
And the Demon army actually even won GW's Armies on Parade. So yeah,
That's awesome.
not bad.
Very cool.
Cool.
Thank you, Commander. I'm trying to decide my fourth army. I've got Marines, Knights, and Harlequins. I'm looking for something different. From what I've got so far, I've tried games as Imperial Guard, GSC, and Sisters, but not enjoyed them for various reasons.
Okay.
Marines, Knights,
And Guard.
Guard.
And Harlequins.
No, Harlequins.
Oh, okay, Harlequin.
Marines, Knights, Harlequins.
He's tried Guard, GSC, and Sisters. Didn't really like them.
Okay, there's a few great factions right now that I would suggest.
Okay.
Death Guard. I think it's got a lot of personality.
Yeah.
It's unlike anything else.
Yeah.
The Drukhari right now. But he already plays the
Harlequins. So it's if you
The
want to
Drukhari is a-
replace your Harlequins. No, I had the same thought.
But it sounds like he wants a new army to play instead of his Harlequin sometimes. So that's a good one.
I'd say
he wants something different from what he has.
Death Guard or Necrons is what I would say.
Ooh,
Yes,
Necrons. Good
those-
choice.
yeah, good choice.
All right, great choices. Those are both be really exciting collections to do right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are both armies that we both own because they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we doubled up instead of getting an army we didn't have because they're so cool. We wanted to have them.
Thank you, Rowdy. So GSC, a mix of Astra Militarum and NIDS. CSM, a mix of Space Marines and Chaos Demons. If you could combine any other two factions, which ones, why? What would you call them? Blood Angels and Custodes. Angry Bananas.
Bloaties. I like the bloaties.
It's definitely Bloaties.
The bloaties is a good one. I would do the Tau and the Guard, as I was
Yeah.
just saying, and I play the Human
that's,
Auxiliaries. Similar
true.
concept to the Genestealer cults, except I would want better rules.
Well, in that case, We're gonna do orcs and humans, and we're gonna do Gorka Morka.
Wow.
Okay.
Would I
So
actually
the
do that?
humans just become like their slaves or something?
No, the humans like want to be orcs,
What?
and they like work with them, and they like kind of become like part of their culture.
Wow.
So they
How do orcs tolerate that?
'Cause,
they
yeah.
do work for the orcs. Let's be clear.
Like they do the
they're
grunt work.
they're called diganobs, and they like are totally like they like appropriate orc culture. It's really weird.
Okay.
And so they like want to be like orcs. You know.
All right. So let's do it. These are great answers.
Yeah. You didn't know about this?
No, not at
man.
all.
It sounds fantastic.
It's great.
It seems like the kind of thing they retconned out because it made no sense.
Yes.
Thank you, Monaghan. This was a recent. Oh, I see it down below. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Monaghan.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You. Thank you, Claw. So, how much do we need to donate for CSM Brass Scorpion to show up, or some of those other awesome Chaos Lords of War?
Ooh. Yeah.
I have a Lord of Skulls and a Khitan Ravager
Yeah.
that are new in box. Pretty big boxes. Some of the biggest boxes I've ever owned. They're boxes the size of starter sets.
Yeah. They're huge.
Why?
They're huge.
But anyways, those are the Lords of War I will have next.
I'll
we
get
could
a Scorpion. Scorpion's one of my favorite models.
It's pretty
period. It's really bad right now, but
It's really horrible. It's always been bad.
especially because you're getting the Khitan. I'll get the Scorpion for my Black Legion. Would be cool.
Yeah.
So
I know a couple people with Scorpions too.
yeah,
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we might even just be able to
they're
borrow
just
one.
so cool.
They're real bad though.
They're horrible.
They're so bad.
The rules
They're-
are awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to make them work.
Disappointing to play with.
You know what's funny?
Yeah. They were
is-
worse in 8th though. The 8th version of them was so bad.
Yeah, they had a brief time in 7th. There's that cool formation that existed in 7th that was all demonkin like engines. So it's like a bunch of defilers, mauler fiends, blood slaughters,
Okay.
and one Scorpion. And it was so cool. It was
sounds
awesome.
pretty rad.
Anyways,
I'm into it.
So you know what's funny though is before you couldn't cast any powers on it at all, right? Friendly, it couldn't be affected
Mm-hmm. it was
by
like
spells,
immune by something.
good or bad. Now it just has a chance to resist it. So you could be like warp time, and it's like, does it resist it? You know, it's almost worse because you're just setting yourself up for like this.
Yeah. You use the warp time when
Yeah.
you wouldn't have.
Yeah. Thank you, Bobson.
Bobson!
1 CP for Brian. Star Trek The Next Generation. We have episodes like Arsenal of Freedom, terrible but enjoyable because it is. And then episodes like Measure of Man, favorite of each type.
Each type of episode.
Yeah, like
good
the
and
terrible
bad.
ones and the good ones.
Well, Measure of Man is your favorite episode, isn't it?
Yeah. We asked this question before, and I just thought it's a cool concept. I like sci-fi that explores this idea of, like, if sentient robots, like, what happens? How do they fit into a society? You know, what rights do they get?
Yeah.
Like, at what level does a computer's sentience warrant it as an individual within your society?
Right.
It's like an interesting, and there's been like all kinds of good and bad movies that explored it. Like even like Robin Williams' Bicentennial Man or whatever.
Yeah, naturally.
Explores this idea.
Yeah. You know what's my
cool
favorite thing
idea.
about that episode? Not to get too sidetracked, but is like they have the trial, and like Riker has to like be the prosecutor.
Yeah, right.
And his whole like defense or his offense is like
Taking his arm off?
It's all bull, and it's just like nonsense, like gaslighting and mudslinging. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the actual argument. And then everyone's like, "Wow, he was really convincing." I was
Yeah.
like, "What?" He's just like, "Are you a machine?" And he's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Aha!" And you're
Case
like,
closed.
"What?" And they're like,
He
"This
was
is gonna
like-
be tough. We
he
have
was
to."
like, Data, does your arm remove?
Yeah.
We all know it does. And it's like, well, that doesn't
What do you guys
seem.
think?
Doesn't seem like a person to me.
Picard's like, "Oh, geez, he's really got us on the road now." I was like, "What?" Great episode. Though.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So many bad episodes that are great also. What do you think?
Bad episodes.
I love the bad episodes are all the holodeck episodes.
I was gonna say-
like Moriarty and Sherlock and stuff like that. It's great.
Or the one where all the programs start having data everywhere.
Yeah.
And he's like all the characters, like the
That's
the
awesome.
villains.
Yeah.
He's even like the lady in like the the house
in the saloon.
The saloon. So I was like, is that the bad episode
Or
or
is
the
that-
good
or is that a
episode?
good one?
I kind of love them.
It's kind of good.
Yeah.
Anything with Tasha Yar was pretty bad.
Oh my gosh.
So
So bad.
yeah, all those early episodes are pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first couple seasons were. Yeah.
I just finished watching all of Lower Decks.
Oh yeah.
It's
It was
really
right?
good. If you're a super fan, there's so many hidden little jokes per episode.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's really great.
Well then.
Bridget, what's your
This
favorite?
is a Star Trek podcast now.
Nope.
They want me to talk about Star Trek.
Thank you, Monaghan. Hey, I was wondering changes you would like to see to the Hammerhead railgun to make it useful. Now it is basically taking an entire tank for one las cannon.
Yeah. Okay. So the whole idea is it's always been one shot. right? Okay, so let's say we have to stick with this idea of one shot.
Okay.
How do you make one shot work?
You make it work.
Instant death.
Well,
First of all, it still has to hit and wound. So do we give it some help to hit and wound?
yeah.
Okay.
sure.
So how well does it hit really well? Like it hits on 2s or something?
Like,
No.
hits on the 3s with a reroll.
I think it hits on a
Threes with a
3.
reroll.
Like a raider.
And if
With
it
the
hits you,
Dark
you
Lance.
just die.
No,
just
but you're
die?
hold on.
No wound.
The Raider is your transport. If it never shot, you would still be happy.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a tank
Uh-huh.
that I'm paying a lot to take.
So you want a 2 with a reroll? What do you want here?
I wanted to with the no 2, and then I use the marker light for a reroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
So cool. Which, by the way, it's where it is today. You get it hitting on 2s with the long strike.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it already has the
Well,
reroll.
it's long strike, but like.
But that's how people have done it.
Okay, okay,
So we're
yeah.
on a 2s with a reroll. Now, how well does it wound?
So here's my argument for the wounds, not to like jump to the damage category, but
Sure.
I almost imagine it does some form of like mortal wounds, but it's not only mortal wounds.
Which is
That'd
what
be
it does
ridiculous.
today.
Oh,
It does mortals
that.
on 6s today.
But that's too high. That's too high.
Yeah.
Like almost like reduce the damage, but make the mortals happen on a 4-up or something.
Reduce the damage?
Yeah, it's just a flat d6 right now.
It's a flat D6.
Yeah.
It can go lower.
Yeah. So it's a d3
It
damage.
goes to D3 damage.
What about this? No, it's flat.
D6 minus 1.
It's flat 3. It's flat
It's
3.
only flat 3.
But it's also D3 mortal wounds.
That's
It's already
worse
D3
than
mortal
a
wounds.
Dark
On a
Lance.
6.
That's
Well,
worse
if you
than a
wound,
Dark
it's
on
Lance,
6 plus.
Adrian.
That's not worse than a Dark Lance.
Okay, hold on.
3
I'm
plus
saying-
D3.
No.
And that's
Hold
the
on.
only thing the
No,
tank
because
does.
they're mortal
We can't-
wounds. It doesn't
he's-
matter if you
he's-
make the save or not. You just do
I
mortal
don't know
wounds.
if you realize the thing he's describing is something so bad, no one would ever, like if it was 90 points, no one would ever take it. We're trying to make it good here, Adrian.
You can't go too far though.
Okay, let's try to go too far and we'll take it back. So,
This is better than a venom.
A venom?
Dark,
This is my
This is
me-
better than
A Dark Lance?
Lance.
No.
No, the D3 mortal wounds happen regardless. You
what
don't
if
get
it was
any
a
save
Ravager? Okay,
against
hold on.
it.
Let's
what
talk
I'm saying.
about Ravagers.
Okay.
And they only have 1 Dark Lance.
Well, why would then?
Because that's what a hammerhead is.
Why would this exist?
This is what a hammerhead
That's
is.
what a hammer
I don't think
is.
you can balance a single shot. I don't think it works.
Okay, so
You
that's
can.
what we're trying to do.
It instantly kills.
Okay, so hold on. So here's what I want. This is what I want. This is what you're gonna have to give me. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Long strike has +1 to wound natively,
Okay.
so it's strength 14 or something, and I want +1 to wound.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're hitting on 2s, rerolling, wounding on 2s.
Yeah, wounding on 2s.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
And then I want it to have all the minus AP.
5. AP 5.
AP 5. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Minus 5. And then I want like a flat 8 damage or something like that.
Get
Yes!
out.
That's what it
I want it to be like a
means.
flat
No.
8.
No.
And then I want it to always mortal wound
Adrian,
as well. D3
unreasonable.
That
mortals
means
in
it
addition.
literally can't kill a vehicle.
In one shot.
But remember, can a Ravager kill a vehicle in one
No.
shot?
With 3 Dark Lances?
No, sorry. In one activation, can a Ravager kill something?
Yes.
These things go to the same cost, by the way.
I don't know, man.
And you only have to have one save that you reroll to prevent all that damage.
No, because not everything's gonna have an invuln. I think like it gets dangerous.
Yeah, everything has an invuln.
It gets dangerous.
No, I don't think it gets dangerous at all. What you're describing is like, it's worse than a Ravager. Ravager has so much more potential. It can split fire.
It's faster.
It has a minimum, if it
The
has...
Ravager, like let's be realistic. It's 3 shots hitting on 3s. You're rerolling one of them maybe
Sure.
to wound, and you're wounding
Keep
most
in mind,
things on
I'm
3s.
only a shooting faction.
So?
I have no
So?
combat.
No,
Your
no.
faction is all combat and
is
amazing
amazing.
shooting.
I don't buy into it.
This is amazing.
No. This is how Tau gets in trouble. It gets too powerful with the shooting. Because
You,
you're like,
you know
that's
what's
all
funny?
it has.
You know what's funny, Bridget? The thing I've described, no one would still ever take it because it's awful.
Yeah.
No.
And he's saying
Disagree.
it's so good that like no one would ever take Hammerhead.
Because
Disagree.
they don't have invulns.
they don't have advance, yeah. They're like 100.
So you would invalidate
They
your own unit
literally
with this rule?
get 1 shot. And that's it.
That's
hitting
it.
with basically guaranteed to hit wounds.
Yes. Which
is cool.
it's not, because hitting on 2, wounding on 2 is what the Vindicare does.
Nope.
And he's still terrible.
And he misses all
And
the
he's
time.
still terrible.
No, don't buy it.
All right. Well, you give me what I just described, and I'd still say it's too bad to use. So
I agree.
yeah,
No.
I would
No.
still not.
I
take
think it needs to it rolls to hit, no wound, it instantly kills its target.
Yeah.
Your Baneblade's dead. Simon King's dead.
No.
Vehicles with 15 or fewer wounds
Yeah.
15 or
instantly
fewer?
die and explode on a +1.
Wow.
Now we're talking.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, we solved
No.
it, internet. Adrian's not involved.
I am strongly opposed.
This is 2 against 1 here.
All right, thank you. I hope you were happy with that, Monica.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alan. We appreciate the support.
It's a difficult topic.
It's very controversial. I'm fuming.
He just wants it to remain on people's shelves indefinitely.
No.
Thank you, Jamie. What up, hooty hoo?
Hoo-doo!
I just started a sister's army. Is it
I love
worth
that
it?
that's a thing now.
Is it worth it to pay for 2 detachments? And if so, what would you bring? Also, rip the great DMX.
Oh, yeah, right.
No, it's not really. I try not to. You want your command points with sisters. You can fit it into, you can fit pretty much anything into a battalion. Like you could play with 2 Ordos or Ordos. That's like a callback. 2 of the houses.
Right.
But rather have my command points. You know.
You often do run out of HQs and elite slots, though, right?
It's true.
So
It's true.
but giving up 2 CP. It's not. You would do it. You have done it.
I've done it. I've played with it.
Yeah.
But I don't love it. Like
No.
honestly, I think you can get other things from it. It's
So
not terrible. Wouldn't be my first choice though.
But so you work hard to squeeze it in if you can. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Alan. Hey guys, I have World Eaters Army with Karn, Obliterators, 2 units of Berserkers, Havocs, Cultists, Helldrake, Hellbrute, 2 Rhinos, and Chaos Space Marines. What should I add?
More berserkers.
More Berserkers.
Right?
I agree, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Threat overload.
I think even one more unit would do you well in another Rhino.
Rhino.
What about a Kaitan?
I actually think the Kaitan's cool, but there's so much tank killing these days. He'll just go away.
Yeah.
He has no
to own.
defense.
It's cool to own, though.
No, he's
He
cool.
is cool down.
But
Can
like-
you? Does Curse give him the +1 save as well? It does, right?
Yes.
But you can't have the Psyker in
He's
that.
not a demon.
He's
Yeah, he
a
is. He's a
demon
demon
engine.
engine.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a demon engine.
'Cause you can use Demon Forge
You
on
can
him.
use Demon Forge on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
that would give him a 4-up, which
Yeah.
would be nice. But then again, it's not a chaos.
But
Or
you're
it's
not
a corn anymore.
You're not playing World Eaters to win all your games. You're playing them because you love World Eaters and they're awesome.
No, we're talking about what are cool, fun things that are going to work. Like right now, the faction is pretty weak, so you're not going to have a lot of fun with a lot of units.
Yeah. But the Berserkers are
think you would have fun
thematic.
with Kaitan.
They're cool, and they're actually good. They'll actually add a lot
They are
to,
actually
to
really
the
good.
army that you
Yeah.
have there.
Yeah, that's good stuff. More berserkers. Can never go wrong.
All right, thanks, Ben. Are you guys going to the Atlantic City Open? No?
Probably not.
No?
When is
Doesn't
it
seem like
again?
it.
I forget.
It's this fall, I think.
I don't
Maybe.
know. Seems unlikely.
I will not be going. Yeah, I'm going to have to be a little more careful this year with the events just because, I've got, there's a lot of things going on. We're even doing this show all the time, so we can't be everywhere.
It's true. We have to make replication machines. So
That's
there's
true.
2 of us.
Yeah.
I feel like if we invented that, though, we might stop the show.
No, because we'll just make more of us to keep doing the show. Why would we ever stop?
I feel like those would get assassinated and then the machine would be stolen. Yeah, think about it. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
You know
I
what
don't-
actually happened?
I
Is
don't really know.
we'd have the Calvin and Hobbes problem where we would make the ones to run the show, but then our clones would also want to go play the
Yeah, they
tournament.
wouldn't want to do the show either,
And
so
then
they
they
make
would make
clones.
clones.
Yeah.
We'd be like, well, I guess we're all competing, and you're like, there's 1,000
But is it
Brians. at
every
this event.
clone has to get like 5% dumber, right? And so the
right.
ones that end up having to do the show are
Yeah.
like, oh, welcome to Titans.
They're like,
Just drooling.
yeah. I love it.
It's perfect.
Thank you, Sean. Were you guys as disappointed as I was in no Vect model?
Yeah.
It's disappointing. you know.
Yeah. Get on it, James.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was the time. Like, it has to happen eventually. I don't
It's
know if
always
this was
the time.
It's always the time.
It's always the right time for a Vect model.
Vect feels summery to me. I feel like it's a hyped up summer kind of release.
Sure,
see.
cool. I want every, like Age of Sigmar, I want every faction to have its like god tier model.
Yeah.
I really love that about Age of Sigmar, and I want 40k to have it too.
I know. That broke my heart because I knew, we're playtesters, so we knew it wasn't coming. And people
Yeah,
were
we
like,
knew
we're
it
hoping
wasn't.
for Vect, and we're like,
That's true. We knew it wasn't
felt
coming.
so bad for it, but yeah. Again, I think you're right though, because they also have been doing these random releases.
Yeah.
Could happen. I think it will happen
Like, who releases their big thing in January?
James
but
Workshop
also,
with the sisters. With the
if they're going to do it, they're going to do it around the release of a book. Like, they're not going to just do it on its own. They're going to do it.
I don't know. They've been wilding lately.
You mean like Gaz Kolthraka?
they've been wilding,
Psycho-
Brian.
Came out with a book.
Psychic Awakening?
Yeah, Psychic Awakening.
So he can come out with a supplement,
He could come out with their
campaign.
Warzone.
or yeah, whatever.
Yeah, there could be like a
He
Vect
could come
campaign.
out whenever.
That could be rad.
That's what
All
I'm
right,
saying.
let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Nobody
happen.
expects Vect.
Yeah.
That's right.
Doesn't everybody suspect that?
That's the thing.
No.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here he comes.
Thank you, Rowdy. I'd combine Nids and Necrons because robot xenomorphs would look incredible.
That would be incredible.
I would call them the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah.
My Mechagodzilla is going to be a Necron, I've decided.
Yeah, it's perfect. But it's a
You know-
Necron Tyranid,
Yeah,
so it's perfect.
That'd be cool.
we did it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Winlock. Hello, got some 40 Dark Angel Terminators, but they lack serious firepower. Thinking about removing 4 to 5 and adding a Daredeo, Plasma, and Aioli?
Ooh,
a
an
nice
aioli
aioli
cannon.
sauce.
Very garlicky.
That'd
yeah.
be good. That'd be good.
Go.
What do you think?
Yeah, you nailed the nail on the head on that one. You hit the nail on the head as far as like that's the issue with that kind of list, right? Is they don't have the firepower.
It doesn't have enough mayonnaise.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why I run plasma inceptors in my army that is largely melee Deathwing Terminators.
Well, he also runs the Plasma Inceptors because he really wants to keep everyone he knows at bay. And
You mean like in real life?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like, you're like, hey, you want to play a game? And you're like, you got Plasma Inceptors? Yep. Nah, I think I'm busy that weekend.
Even on the show, I'm like, we should play my Dark Angels. And you're like, sounds like a little too much for this army. I'm like, oh, shit.
We're
picked
not
an
talking about
army
the Dark
yet.
Angel. We're just talking about the Plasma Inceptors.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, honestly, if you want Plasma, the Inceptors are going to do you way better than the Daredeo will.
Sure.
There's no doubt about that. If you really like the Daredeo, then go for it. It's fun. It's cool.
Yeah, it's the right idea.
All right. Thanks, Jermont. What currently available 40K box would you give the largest serotonin, or would give you the largest serotonin dump? Also, hey from LA, love the content.
Hey, what's up?
Thank you.
What box?
What
Well,
currently exists, or currently available 40K box?
oh, it has to be 40K bucks. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
I'm getting Curse City today. I'm going to be so excited for that. That's a preposterous sum of models.
Oh, gosh.
it's a lot.
I'm so excited for
It's
you.
a lot.
Who's gonna
awesome.
paint all that?
Me.
He's going to do it.
This guy.
All right.
Yeah, he told me, he's like, all right, I'm going to like,
No, I'm
not
stoked
paint
for
other
it.
stuff.
40K box. You know
40K.
what? It's a little boring.
Yeah.
I think, but I was jazzed, and I still would be.
Yeah.
The actual starter set for 9th edition is an amazing
The
box.
Indominus box?
I love that box.
Yeah.
It's got so much good stuff. I love everything in it. I've bought multiples of everything in it. It's like the box I've bought the most of at this point.
Right.
So that was the box I was most stoked for, and
I
I
think-
play with those models all the time. I love that.
There
Indominus
might
box.
be an implication in this question.
Oh, I see. But that is like the box that I have bought the most of. I don't think
If
I
somebody
don't-
sent us
need
another
more.
of that
No,
box.
I don't need more of that box because I've gone overboard on
So
that box.
don't send us that box. If that's what you were thinking, don't do it.
Yeah. I'd probably say like the new Storm Spears and stuff is something
Oh,
that
yeah.
like I've
That'd be
been
cool.
wanting to add, but I've never been like, I'm not gonna I'm gonna wait.
They're really stylish.
They're so stylish.
I'm so excited to get them.
So, and that is something I would add to the Dark Angels that would give a bit of diversity. Because that's
Really tone it down.
it would tone it down. It'd be my Ravenwing armor.
Yeah.
All right, I said it.
Thank you, Quantum Fear. What do you guys feel about third-party models to fill in the gaps of GW production lines?
I love third party.
I think it's great. I have no problem with it. Like we said, the only thing to be aware of is at events. If you want to be on the GW stream, you gotta have all GW. So the ego in me tries not to do that because like we have been on the stream before and it's fun to be on the stream, right?
At this point, I don't care. I'm on stream all the time.
That's true. That's true.
Well, you're on a larger stream.
Yeah.
I know.
So I feel like
Every day.
That's true.
Yeah, use the models that you like. I love third-party models.
It's great.
If you're really excited about it, like one of my friends was showing me all the cool third-party Tau stuff out there right now. Like there's these amazing broadsides and crisis suits, and wow, they're so great.
Yeah.
So much fun. So go do it. It's rad.
It's great. There's a ton of great stuff out there, obviously for Orks as well. And we have all our Grot tanks, but
Yeah.
from Grotworks, but they're designed by Geargut's Mech Shop.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like, there's so much.
Yeah, it's rad.
Very
So
cool.
feel like you're forced into only playing with these one set of toys.
These
you know?
are your
It's like-
toys. You play them the way you want to play.
Yeah,
with them.
exactly.
It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Thank you, Ryan. Forge World Railguns do guaranteed mortals on top of D3+3 or D3+6, and guaranteed D3 mortals for heavy railguns. Oh, and they're all heavy too now.
Well, there you go.
This is the Forge,
The Forge World Railguns.
Yeah, the ones that are on like the vehicles
On
and
the-
stuff. The Swift Strike railguns.
Yeah.
Swift, yeah.
The big-
Which is on the
flyers?
flyers.
The Flyers, yeah.
I think
It's only
that's
on the
it.
flyers.
These are the ones that are like this big.
They're huge.
It's on the Barracuda, and it's also on the
Tiger Shark.
The Tiger Shark.
The AX10.
Yeah. It's on both the Tiger Sharks.
That's cool.
It is.
The Tiger Shark that was the super heavy killer. That
The 1.0.
that one is different. Has different guns.
It has mega railguns. They used to be macro, but macro's gone now.
Macro's gone now. Yeah.
Which is a bummer.
Whatever. Macro
I
is
miss
dumb.
Macro.
Macro, D weapons.
Macro is dumb.
It's rough.
No, macro was awesome.
No, it's
Brian.
pretty dumb.
I got to bring it. Like I used Macro one time to great effect.
And how happy did it make you?
It was good.
That's why
because
it's a great rule.
It was in a league, and I knew I was up against a knife player, and so I was like,
No.
macro guns, and it's like, oh, you have a Knight Valiant, 16 damage per shot.
Right.
That's why macro is terrible.
And I won.
yeah, that's why it's horrible because it
thing
just
about
ruins that
macro-
person's day.
By the way, that was like the finals game of
Oh,
the
no.
league, and it was against Jeff Robinson.
oh, that's right.
No.
And I was like, Tiger Shark, and he was like, Valiant, and I was like, pew pew pew. I was like,
Yeah, that's why macro is horrible. Because they're just like, yeah, it does nothing
It's a
until
rule-
it does, and that person who brought their special model is gonna have a real bad day.
But conversely, you who brought your special model have a great day because it's the only time you roll
the
everything.
only time you ever
anything.
get to
Why
do
don't
it.
we
Yeah.
just give them good rules in the first place?
I'll
We
take
could
that.
do
Listen,
that.
I'll take that.
We could
Yeah.
do that, but it's
But they
Forge
didn't do
World,
that.
so it's not going to happen.
They didn't do that.
yeah, man, this is like contentious.
Because this thing is like a 500-point two-shot
yeah.
weapon, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I think this is our last one for today. Thank you, Carlos. Hammerheads hit on 2s, assuming hits, roll d6. These are mortal wounds. Now roll normal wounds. Strength 15, AP 4, heavy 10.
Holy crap.
Wait, what?
Plus the aforementioned mortal
Heavy 10? What's the heavy 10?
10 damage. Or 10 shots,
10
I don't really
shots.
know.
10 shots at 10 damage. Now we're cooking.
Yeah. I mean, this sounds pretty dang close to that.
Now even I can say that's too much.
You know what? I was about to agree. I was like, you know what? Let's do this.
Let's make them the like unit everyone's afraid of.
You've just exceeded the bar so much. It's like wrapped around to the beginning. I'm like, okay,
And it's actually good again.
I'll do it.
That's it would in a funny way, it wouldn't even be that good because they're so fragile. Like let's say you made them 220 points or something. They were like costly. And they were like downright miserably terrifying, right?
Right.
But they still just died the next turn.
Yeah.
So they only ever shot one time ever,
Yeah.
right? That's what would happen.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
And
yeah.
and it would be and a lot of times armies would have no good target for them to shoot at. Still, you know?
That's why it's not crazy if it one-shots vehicles.
It's not crazy at all.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
It's one-shotting a chimera because that's what it will get to
Pick like
shoot.
the crap.
No, that's what it will get to shoot.
That's
it's
what we're
going to
saying
get
is-
to
yeah, yeah.
shoot a transport that you put on an
I
objective.
think it's fine.
know what
I think it
it's
should
gonna
have a
do?
chance to one-shot it.
It's gonna just destroy someone's tiger shark, and they don't get to use their toy.
Tiger
guns.
sharks have more than 15 wounds,
Yeah, sure,
Adrian.
they have 18.
So it does nothing. It's actually
It does
completely
literally
ineffective.
nothing. It actually heals them.
Yeah, that's right. It's a healing beam.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the Hammerhead Show, where we disagree about how to solve
Yeah, we
them.
can come up with different random things about the hammerhead and then disagree wildly.
Well, that's going to do it for us today.
Sounds
Awesome.
good. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for the good talk, the recap of our games, and the time when we get to have a little chat with you guys.
We get to
answer some
sit down.
questions. And then we get to sit down now. This
Yeah,
is,
hug our, what is this? What are these pillows? Oh,
Mine's
you got a towel
sister's.
I
pillow?
got a towel one.
Mine's
Oh,
sister's.
I've got a ghoul.
I like the gold one, though.
I got the ghoul
The
pillow.
gold one is nice.
All right, we got pillows and cushions. It's great.
It's nice. Well, again, thanks for hanging out with us. Enjoy your Saturday evening, morning, whatever it is.
Or
And
whenever you're watching this.
Whenever. This could be Thursday if you're getting that super
Yeah,
chat.
that's true. Yeah.
We'll catch you guys next time on the tabletop.
Bye.